In this video we will be seeing how to create a pipeline job in Jenkins with help of Jenkinsfile. If you need to set up Jenkins on your local machine, then check the video in the card. Before getting into implementation, we need to understand two basic things. What is a pipeline or pipeline job and what is a Jenkins file? In Jenkins, a pipeline is a group of events that may be related or unrelated with one another. For example, let us assume we have an application which needs to be built with the latest code, get deployed in a testing environment and run test suites against this build of code and finally release or deploy it to the production server in an automated fashion. We can easily achieve this using Jenkins pipeline job. This particular pipeline can depend on any other previous job or can trigger any other pipeline sequentially. In general, a pipeline job can be triggered in two ways: a downstream job and upstream job. In a downstream job, the stages are triggered sequentially one by one on the success of the previous stage. This type of execution style is more suitable for tasks that are tightly linked where the result or value from one stage is passed to the next stage. In an upstream job, the stages are executed asynchronously. It basically follows the logic of build after other projects are built. All these steps are consolidated and called the Jenkins pipeline. This pipeline is defined in a file called Jenkinsfile. This Jenkins file can be written in two ways: declarative way and scripted way. Declarative pipeline syntax offers an easy way to create pipelines and gives you the ability to control all aspects of a pipeline execution in a simple, straightforward manner. Though both these pipelines are based on the Groovy DSL, the scripted pipeline uses stricter Groovy-based syntaxes because it was the first pipeline to be built on the Groovy foundation. Scripted Jenkins pipeline runs on the Jenkins master with the help of a lightweight executor. It uses very few resources to translate the pipeline into atomic commands. Let's get into the demo. In this demo we will be seeing a normal pipeline job, a downstream job and an upstream job. Let's get started with the normal pipeline job. This is the sample Jenkins file for this particular job. Link to the GitHub repo containing the sample Jenkins files that are used in this demo will be given in the description. Here the pipeline block is the main place where the real work happens. Agent is the person who says where the stages have to be executed. Possible places are on the same node where Jenkins is installed or a slave node which is configured or even inside a Docker container. We will be seeing execution inside Docker containers in our upcoming videos. Parameter is the place where we will be defining the build parameter which can be passed to the Jenkins stage during execution. For this demo we have defined two build parameters like server name as a string parameter and deploy option as a choice parameter. Apart from these parameters, many other supported parameters can be used in the Jenkins file. List of supported parameters will be given in the description. Environment is the place where we can pass environment variables to the stage and execution. Stages is the block where the real executions happen based on parameters passed and the conditions given. Inside this block, we have defined even smaller blocks which have the actual commands. In this case, we have stages like checkout, build code, push the code to the environment, test the code and publish the code to production. All of these stages have echo commands, which in real case scenario can be replaced with actual commands to build, test and deploy the code. Under the last stage we can notice another block called when. This block will get executed based on the inputs we pass to the parameter. We will see this in detail when we run the job. Below all these stages, you can see something called post-build block. Here we have used the post block for sending notification based on the result of the previous stages. This post-build block can be configured to send notification to any medium like mail, Slack or any other supported chat system. Let's get into the real action. Let's log inside the Jenkins that we have set up in our local machine. If you want to know how to set up Jenkins on your local machine, please follow the setup video given here in the card or at the description. Let's navigate to the new item on the left tab and enter a proper name for this job. Then select the pipeline option and click on OK. Here we can see options like General, Build Triggers, Advanced Project Options and Pipeline. Let's skip the first three items and navigate directly to the Pipeline tab. Under Pipeline Definition, you can see two options: Pipeline Script and Pipeline Script from SCM. You can either copy-paste the contents of the Jenkins file under the Pipeline Script option or select the second option and point it to the GitHub repository. Let's try to copy and paste the contents of Jenkins file into the Pipeline Script space. Now let's save and get redirected to the job page. Even though we have given build parameters in the Jenkins file, still we are able to see only Build Now option. In order to reflect the changes, just click on the Build Now so that the job configuration is getting populated with configuration from the Jenkins file. Now you can see the Build Now option is changed into Build with Parameters. Here we can see two build parameters, namely server name and deploy code. Here the server name points to the server where the code has to be deployed. But the next parameter, deploy code, is a condition where the last stage of the job will get executed based on the choice we choose. These two parameters are used for demo purposes. Let's give a sample name under the server name and let's select No for the deploy code option. Let's hit on the Build Now option. Now let's navigate into the console log and check how the build has executed. Here we can see all the echo statements that we gave in stages got executed except the last stage. This confirms that the deploy code condition works. Let's verify that by running the job with yes for deploy code parameter and navigate to console output. Here you can see the last stage got executed with the echo statement in it. This confirms that the condition block works. These conditional blocks can be used in multiple stages based on the requirement. In this video we saw how to create a simple pipeline job with two parameters and a condition. In the next video we will be seeing how to create a sample downstream job and discuss the logic behind its operation. Until then.